Hello, people. Today we're back with another episode of Sword Online and Hollow Realization. Yeah, I know I said I was gonna make the Fatal Bullet episode, and I will. Oh, it's just I'm probably going to play it after this stream, and after the Super Shay. Or Super Shay Gaming and Cooldown 1211 are done with their Subnautica stream after my stream. So basically my Fatal Bullet stream is going to be after their stream. Hey man, did I just lose you already? Because I have a feeling, I might have just done a bit of confusion. It's because I'm basically streaming after, or people are streaming after I've gotten my stream done. And so I'm pretty sure I might have just done confusion. I love being confusing. I mean, come on. I can't get any more confusing than that. Because I'm streaming after some people are done streaming after my stream. It's basically a triple play. Oh, Yui. I guess it would be kind of exciting. Bring here! Oh, oi! Hey! What? But yeah, as you can see, this is premiere before she's completely set up. Rank 1 Stranger, her have a DPS of 116. And she's level 1 and with no name, meaning nothing is actually there. Her status is an NPC, and apparently she's a healer. But with Yui, who just... Where'd you go? Huh. I guess Yui decided to play ninja. Ah, hello, Nightcore Rose. That's an interesting name. But this is Sword Online Hollow Realization, aka my favorite Sword Online game, and second to Fatal Bullet. Hey, Yui. Let's go for a walk. Thanks. Now, here's something interesting. This is actually one of those games where you can actually walk around with Yui. The first game that did this was the literal first game in this series. It's where you can walk around with Yui and get to know her a bit more. But basically, they don't actually see the player character here. They only see Kirito. Well, meaning, Yui here doesn't see Izuki, she sees Kirito. Or her daddy. Which basically means the pun, "who's your daddy?" can actually be said. So, off to the world map to go over and find my way that is not into a boulder. I know what some people will say, why would you actually say that? And the answer is I have no idea. But if you don't know who I am ACMS Gaming. Not Katsu or Aritaki, which is the Japanese format where you would say the person's last name instead of their first name. I'm not Katsu or Aratiri or Zuki or Victor or Kuki. Not Cookie, Koki. There's a difference. I am ACMS Gaming. Otherwise known as by the gamer tag Austin CMS. And this confirms it right here. They don't see Izuki, they see Kirito. but here's where we left off within the story. Hey, I unlocked this teleport crystal, and now I'm off to find whatever it is I need to find, because I am apparently a supposed one-man army. A griffin male. Now, if you're wondering why I'm using the worst gear in the game so far, it's because I'm challenging myself, at least for this first part before I get the upgraded version, which looks like this. Then I'm completely switching over to that. But if you don't know the logic for this game, and basically there's this girl called Premier that we have to help figure herself out. Basically, she's like one of those people who has no idea what to do with their life or who they actually are. I found this out myself by literally Thursday ago, while school was still in session, namely the last day of school. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Then I had one of the talks with my dad, and that I can't just do nothing with my life. So, I decided I'm going back to my roots. Streaming video games and just having an overall fun with just the games themselves. Now luckily with Fatal Bullet I can actually play that game and stream it too. So yes, I just use the metaphor for cut your cake and eat it too. Who I literally just pulled the metaphor out. So with this game, you might see jump cuts from the previous stream, and you might see other differences, but that's because I wanted to play the game on my own without any interruptions. Which basically means I'm not going to stream everything this game has to offer. Some people might call it bad, Rose, but you can definitely agree that in terms of a viewer standpoint, it is kind of bad. Considering you're a tuber as well. And of course, I do hope you actually have headphones on, so that way you don't disturb anyone with the sound of my voice. But you can also admit that I myself am just the type of guy who wants to play his game without any interruptions. And then I also want to play the game on my own. Also, you can see that some characters are really under-leveled, or maybe fair-level compared to my over-leveled point. Well, Rose, if I want to actually get the info, which I am, I actually used DLC to get myself up to this point. You can see I'm already started at level 80, at the beginning of the game. And this is actually a perk that's given to you by the DLC. It is kind of interesting at first until you realize that all the monsters from the DLC are level 80 and above. So basically you can put the interesting back in the bag and put in oh my goodness instead. Yes, I did just call out your next move before you made it. Because I just happen to know my sister that well. And of course, you also might notice that while you're watching the stream, you actually don't see it on the screen, but instead in the chat. Meanwhile, I can actually see it on the screen because I just so happen to know how to see through the laws of physics. That's a joke, by the way. Okay, it just so happens that the PlayStation messages actually appear here on the screen and I can see it. Okay, but since considering your phone is not a PlayStation, then my point is made clear. But let's get back to the game. And within this game, you have one objective. Find out Premier's worth. Sort of like, find out who she is what her purpose is, and what her quest is. I'm not going to give any spoilers on what it is, because the game will do that itself. But I will say, Premier's not actually meant to be here yet. More info will be given after the big reveal is made. Pew! By the way, here's my next teleport crystal. And also, here's just a big hint about YouTube videos, but you should not leave them and come back. It's something that some people would call indecisive. Shut up, Steph. I'm trying to talk here. Basically, it's better to finish the video in one go instead of take multiple goes. Unless it's like 16 hours long, then you can take multiple goes at it. Just remember where you left off on the video and you'll be good. Also, here's some special info about the next game that I'll be streaming. Namely, it's about guns. So, hope you like shooting. Also, yes, I will be getting some special gear that will only be exclusive to me and totally won't be exclusive because it just so happens to include past references to previous games or previous series. And also, Siri better stay quiet because I'm not talking about her. Her slash him slash it slash them slash whatever. Oh, I happen to be leaking SP. And ain't that redundant? Well, it doesn't matter anyways, because I'm killing enemies faster than I can lose SP. Which, by the way, and here happens to be my one-shot heaven. Boom! You know, the game actually showed what happened to the enemies. You would actually see them being cut in half. But this game wasn't really meant for that, since it's like either A, PlayStation 4 game, or B, a PlayStation 3 game that was ported to the PlayStation 4. Either way, I do not care which. It's a PlayStation game, and I happen to like this series very much. But the question is, why do I like Sword Art Online when it's basically known as an infamous series? It's because Sword Art Online happens to be a gamer's dream. Like, sometimes you wish you'd be trapped in a video game for 2 years and just so happen to become one of the strongest ever. That's basically not my dream. My dream is to actually have a world I can control all to myself. That's a joke, by the way. I actually wish to have the ability to full ride. I got a ring. And a bangle. Now the only problem is you don't actually see these items equipped, but if you did, they would probably be looking exactly like the item descriptions give. Although it actually makes sense why you actually don't see the items. It's because they'd probably be hidden under the gear anyways. Nova Ascension, my best move. And this gives me 10 hits automatically, so I'll just use it again. Or, as you all would know, do it again. Gotta admit, I do pull off a good fight. hey, a rapier. This is something that I totally would never use. Rocket the punch! Give me human armor scrap. That's really something that I'll care for. Got it. Oh. Here's a little BTW. Who, as some of the cool kids would say. Hey, in Fatal Bullet, it's actually the perfectly designed game. Because it doesn't care about armor or any of that kind of jibber-jazzer. It doesn't give stats to anything. Instead, the armor is more like costumes. And you're just cosplaying. Which means you can look like anything in the world and nobody would give two shakes of a lion's tail. Oh hey, and our teleport stone. Is this where they got the teleport stones from? Huh. Indeed, Rose. And yes, I am using the Rose part of your name instead of your actual name. Because Rose by itself is a short name and I don't have to use a reference name like Echo. But here it is, the castle. Oh hey look, we got a little guild over there. Let's listen in to what they're talking about. Are they planning to raid? Shadow Legends! Are you planning on exploring this castle? Well, yeah. Why? Right now I'm backtracking a bit because there's a part of it that's pretty much impossible to get past. Because apparently you need to prove yourself, whatever that means. So it's like there's an item you need to get that's inside the castle, but the enemies are so tough that it's a real pain to get. I heard a probably called the Top Runners already got in or are close to finishing the quest. So things get pretty difficult from here on out, huh? Yeah, be careful. Thanks. Alright, let's see how far I can get. Now, before I do that, I'm going to go inside the castle, activate the teleport stone, and head back on to town. And if you want to know why, it's because I want to get myself a little party together so I can actually explore around without a limitation. So, here's Yui, by the way. Hey, and Rose, you can say Yui looks incredibly cute. She's actually the inspiration for her 7. And by the hairstyle. And of course, I'm probably going to get some characters in. So Yuki for the attacker point, Agil for the tank ability, and I'll switch out Agil and just go on with a full-blown attacker standpoint. And because, as I feel like being in a full attacker team. Now I'm going to go over to the market section, and as you can see, Yui runs similar to the main character, but that's because all the characters were made to basically have the same running cycle as the normal character. Also, there's a few things here in town that might look a little different at first. Also, look at this name. Speedy. Yeah, like, that'll be a wonderful name. But, I'm gonna sell my items. Namely, items I do not need. So I'm gonna go by price, and at the top should be the least amount. And these would be the most costing. I'm gonna sell the Griffin Mail, Assault Boots, this, that, this, that, this and that. And of course, that'll be about it on the things I can sell. The reason I don't sell these is because they have good stats and I plan to use them later. And this outfit right here, there's something to have just in case. I plan on giving it to a male character later. Now, in my other section, I'm going to go by price here. And as you can see, I have some pretty good items to sell. Like this gold ore, the murmur stone, this dragonite, the adamantite, the copper, or this, and that's, and that's about it. Because I have the ability to customize myself once again. But there is something to know about Yui. She's a character you cannot customize no matter what. Even though she has a few stats by herself, she's the one character in the game you cannot play as ever. The only game that defies this rule is the collab game Sword Art Online vs. Excel World. This is where they made a future Yui. It's for the game. Basically, Yui traveled back in time to kill herself, and this is a sensitive topic, so trigger warning. In future Yui, he went back in time and to destroy herself just so she could die in her time, and because her Kirito and Asuna died. But the present time Kirito and Asuna convinced that Yui out of that, and now there's two Yuis and one other AI character called Straya, which has turned the entire point upside down. And that's basically the entire story of a game that happens to have better graphics than this game. Now I'm going to the pseudo-tailor to actually get a visualization armor for myself. And yes, these items over here were actually made, including these school swimsuits. I do not know why they were made, or the purpose, I just know that they were made, including a maid costume and a wedding dress and pajamas. So I'm just gonna put this on and be done with it. And as you can see, this item is a bit more interesting. Because there are a few things that this costume is not prepared for. And that's what makes it fun. But this seems like something I would wear, and it also does seem like something I would wear. And also, I guess you could say you have a couple hours to watch. Namely because I make my streams usually last 1 hour or so, or maybe an hour and 15 minutes, hour 30 minutes. Depends on how long I'm willing to stream. And today I feel like streaming 2 hours. But since you're also seeing this live, you do not have to rewatch it at all. Also, I'm going into the warehouse to put some items away. Namely, these. The reason I'm putting all my items in storage is because I don't want to, let's just say, sell them. Also, there is a little funny thing that happens with carryover data. Namely, it seems like the storage actually carries over fatal bullets. I won't explain how it happens, I'm just saying that it happens. Also, I just realized my phone is like 19 seconds is behind. I wonder how that happened. Oh hey, I received a new message. I wonder what it could say. Ah, it's from Sinon. Are you busy? I've been wondering what you're up to lately. We should hang out and go questing, or to a cafe, or anything. To give some good info about this game, nearly all the girls besides Yuki have actually fallen for Kirito. I don't know how or why, it just so happened. And as you can see, the characters seem to be leveling up way quicker than me. That's because they actually gain experience, unlike me. As you can see, that was like 3 level ups. And you will be hearing them yell out level up because they leveled up. A bloody Cypher. Luckily, I just decided to siphon him to death. Now, when you put a nice, it actually takes back the time needed for your moves to recover. Now, there is a few things to actually mention about the game. Namely, you're meant to gather everything yourself, in a matter of speaking. Basically, you have to do everything yourself and also figure out how you're going to, well, let's just say, pull off some tricks. Namely, my horizontal archer is something that I can use multiple times, and it's my quickest way to actually gain a skill that I want that allows me to use 2 swords at once. Now, I've had this skill before, twice actually, but it takes a while for me to actually get it because I need like, I'd say, 1,000 in sword skills to connect. Basically, I need 1,000 hits from a sword skill. So the quickest way to do this is to use horizontal arc and just attack enemies with it. And you'll have to kill 1,000 enemies to actually, with a sword skill, to actually gain the sword skill, or to have at least I'd say 1,000 sword hits. Now, with my EXP, it actually does say I have 1,000 experience, but that's not really correct. That's not the amount of kills I got, that's the amount of experience. And the amount of experience you get, it differentiates with the enemies. So basically, this enemy right here could give me like 5 experience. But they usually just give me 1 experience, because I'm level 80. And these lower level enemies are barely anything to me, consider I'm like 70 levels above them. But with boss enemies, you want to use Nova Ascension because that's 10 hits. Is that you can deal a total of 3 or 7 times. And the good part about it, they can't complain, because you happen to be stronger than them. I apologize for yawning. I'm just one of those kids who stays up until like 3:30 in the morning. Hey, I do what I want. It's my life. Asuna has reached level 10. That means he's like 70 levels under me. Now the highest level I've personally reached is within the 200s. Also, I just got double hits. That means I got 2 hits instead of 1. But what I said about the level 200 thing is actually true, because as that happens to be the end game level where you happen to have one of the higher levels in the game, which means you can possibly defeat the enemies, or the major boss enemies, very quickly. My personal goal is to try to reach levels beyond level 200. But that's only if I don't stop playing the game, and after beating it for the third time. And I usually pick up the game after, for a while, because I decide I want something to play. But the entire reason why I'm on and off with games is because sometimes I don't feel like playing the game, other times I feel like playing the game, but I namely had that point in time where I didn't really know what to do. Now, enemies like this I can actually use this Nova Ascension on, because if the enemies happen to be strong enough to withstand 10 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, flow synchronization triggered. Hold on, like Tigger the Tiger. And bam! Mission complete. And level 200 might sound pretty strong, but it's barely anything compared to the other levels from players who've played this game for so long. They've probably reached level 999. And this game released back in like 2016. Oh hey, look, it's a little barrier. I don't know what this is about. Time to unlock a door. You're proving your strength. The way is now open. It looks like the crust. Let's pass. Okay, let's keep going. Huh. That's not gonna get annoying. Like, seriously. That totally isn't gonna get annoying, like, come on. Oh! I almost forgot! Okay, so the reason why I'm returning to town is because I accidentally did a double click. Basically, double clicks are where you actually press the button twice when you didn't mean to, and it kind of gets annoying if you know what I mean. But it's a gamer's reflex. And my reflex basically makes me hit the button twice on accident, and when I'm only meant to hit it once, and oh hey look! Looks like some of the characters' gear is upgraded. Now the reason their gear upgrades is because they reached a level threshold. Basically, in each 10 levels I think, they upgrade their weapon by 1 rank. Now being level 80, this would be my level 80 gear. But I just so happen to have a different outfit equipped is to keep the damage at the same level. And now, as we see, there seems to be a playing phase. Is that the boss room up ahead? That would explain why everyone's preparing for battle. Exactly. But this boss isn't like the others. I found a raid earlier and tried to fight it, but we didn't even come close to beating it. I came back to try again, but I'm worried things will just turn out the same as before. Is it seriously that tough? Judging by how powerful it is, it's probably the boss for this entire area. I see. Back in SAO, this would have been a floor boss. Right then, before we fight this boss, let's go over what we know about it. It's called Whis the Kobold, oh lord. It's huge and every attack it unleashes will take a huge chunk out of your HP. It can inflict the bleed debuff if it hits you with its giant sword. Make sure to dodge. If we want to take it out, we'll have to destroy its knees and knock it down. Once it's knocked down, it'll be easier to hit its weak point, its belly. That's all we know right now. Any questions? I'm ready. When you're ready, let's do this. Maybe things would be different if we had a party of experienced combatants. Should I join up with this party and help them fight the boss? Better not. Now with that, it'll basically send you back. So the plan is hit I'm ready and then fight the boss. Hey, mind if I jump in on this battle? Huh? You wanna try fighting too? I've seen you fight before, but I guess it's fine. Might as well try. Well, I'm going to talk with the rest of the party. Okay. Okay, raid battle, huh? I'm excited to see how this will turn out. Boss fights. This shows off the boss. The bosses that control each area are physically massive and incredibly powerful. The best strategy is to target specific parts of the boss in an attempt to inflict knockdown. This is because in most cases, inflicting knockdown will expose weak points or targets that were out of range. Cooperating with your party members is essential, as destroying two parts of a boss simultaneously is necessary at times. Raids. You can merge your party with another party or parties during boss fights to create a raid party. There are two things to be aware of when fighting in a raid party: boss part assignments and boss attack evasion. This is crucial to ensuring that parts of the boss gets destroyed, knocking it down and opening it up to massive damage. Bosses typically wield attacks that deal massive damage and have a large AoE, so it's important to fight tactically. That means knowing when to tell your allies to evade so they don't get hit. Edit your raid party for the boss battle. A full raid, 3-person, 2-person, or solo. Now, the type of battle that I go for is solo, because I don't want other players slowing me down. Especially since I also want to take on the boss myself, but considering I have a full team here, I'm going for full raid. Alright folks, time to bring in your A game so we can take this boss down. Yeah! As you can see, my character in Asuna didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure they didn't get the animation trigger. Oops. Now here's the Kobold Lord. Take down with the king, or down with the king. I missed. Now the tail here is actually something you don't have to hit, but it's something you can hit. Switch it! I missed. How did I miss? Whatever. So I'm just gonna hit it and then kill it. I win! The last attacking bonus is the Moonstone Pendant. I got Epoch Armor and Platinum Ore. The last attack was from me. Now, one of the achievements in this game is to get all the last attack bonuses. Now, you want to know a quick way to do that? Do it yourself. Basically, go entirely solo. You defeated the boss for this area. A new area has been unlocked. You may access it from the teleportation gate in town. A new area, huh? I guess if this were SAO, that would progress it to the second floor. So I can go there from the teleportation gate in town? Guess I'll head back then. And of course, that's the first area beat. I would end off the stream here. That seems way too typical for you, Echo. Oh, so, bonk. Multiplayer fun. Now, here's what the original looks. This is what the original title screen looks like. You can see all the characters lined up with no spoilers in tow. You can basically see every character, including Premier, which shows this is the main cast for the game series. Launching a Union mode. This is useless stuff because I'm not going to be doing any of this. Yeah, especially since there would be a huge debt. Or debt. A huge debt. There, I said it. Happy now? But there are a few hashtags that I happen to have. I have namely hashtag live, hashtag SAO, hashtag Sword Art Online. I don't have that many hashtags because at the moment I don't know how all the hashtags needed. So, I'll probably be learning those as I go on. And also, here's a BTW. Hashtag cat on the stream. Now, the reason why I put hashtag cat on the stream is actually because sometimes my cat happens to appear. And when my cat appears, it's basically a hashtag cat on the stream. Now, I wonder what's in Market Street. And what, pray tell, are you doing all on your own? Huh? Oh, hey, Asuna. Hey, Stinon. Are you browsing the shops? Nah, nothing so constructed. Just sort of ambling aimlessly. How about you? We're stocking up on consumables. However, we have only just started. It's best that we be careful about our purchases. I think I'm being too careful. Seriously, I spent forever wondering if I can afford to buy an extra potion. But seeing as you're just ambling along, care to join us? You sure you don't mind me tagging along? Ah, the en contraire, Echo. Oh, you see, the Sonic Frontiers is the one game that people are comparing to Sonic 06 because it's open world, kind of like Sonic 06. And it has a fighting mechanic like Sonic Boom. And so people are comparing it to those two games, but in reality, we barely know anything about Sonic Frontiers now, do we? So we can't judge a book by its cover. We have to judge the story of the book. So basically, the future of the Sonic brand is in good hands, considering it's split into 2 points right now. Movie series and game series. If the game series flops, they have the movie series they can back onto. But because currently the movie series happens to be doing a much better than the game series. Plus, the movies have actually decided the future of the Sonic brand already. If the game series flops, they can just go into the movie productions, meaning Sega won't be a game company anymore, but a movie company. Meaning they have a backup. And I also happen to be good with debates because I happen to know much more info compared to the average person. Also because I've been playing video games my entire life, so yeah. Rose, you better be taking notes because this can actually change how you view a few things in life. I'm pretty sure this is an accessory shop. I'm pretty sure Asuna wants to look pretty for her kitty toe. Nice try. Yes, ma'am. Sinon put kitty toe on the ground! Who here just buys something up there? Sure, it's second hand, but the buffs are better. Asuna is actually correct here. Her equipment isn't just about numbers. You want to browse the stats? And of course, prepare to see a little cameo from one of my hey dudes, because, you know, I just want to show off a little bit. And yes, I do bring a few things onto the table, but now prepare to see something very strange. Pardon me, can I see that weapon hanging behind you? Male shopkeeper. Of course, here you go. Take all the time you like. What about that one? Should be just right. Can I look at that one, sir? How are you doing, Asuna? You okay? Well, here's the thing. Somebody is bothering Asuna about the store. Any other shop in particular? Okay, that sounds good. Now, listen to this very closely, which means is to take a moment on the sidelines, but look at what Asuna says here. The last time we came here, there was a girl NPC handling the equipment. Oh yeah. Has the NPCs working in a shift rotation? I've never heard of anything like that before. What happened to the other NPC? NPCs usually change the predefined patterns if there's some sort of quest that revolves around them. But this is just a normal weapon shop. There's no reason for change. Something in the virtual world must have caused the shift. It seems so random. Now, hope you both actually took notice there, because there's something strange going on here. And I can actually confirm that the weaponsmith has actually changed. Because if you look in the previous stream when I came by here, you can see the weaponsmith was a girl, but now the weaponsmith is a guy. Hey, that seems very strange, doesn't it? Why would NPCs suddenly change if there was no predetermined quest with that NPC? That means something is very wrong. And here be Asuna again. Now, do you both want to take a guess to what happened into that NPC? And this is going to be some very bad news, so I hope you both have your guesses in.
SAO だと第2層は森と草原のエリアだったけど
One small step for PCs.
森や草原とはほど
前の場所が馴染み深いところだっただけに意表をつかれたな
Wow, maybe you were just a little shocked. You're right on the money there, Echo. But what about you, Rose? But considering Echo actually got it correct. Now, let's hear your guess and see how close you are to it.
とはいえ、未知のフィールドは大歓迎だ。どんなゲームでも新フィールドってのはテンションが上がっちゃう。
Well, you're both correct. The NPC died. Hey, if you took a look back through my previous episodes of this game, there was a moment, I believe. Well, something bad could mean like the NPC, he got trapped somewhere, or the NPC, he fell off a mountain or went on a quest that revolved around it kind of going wrong. Basically, it could be anything in the bad area. But, and considering you both guessed the NPC died, there was probably one of you probably looked back through the previous episodes and heard me talk about how that this world was a death game for NPCs.
緑が多いエリアで牛のモンスターがやたらと多かったよな。
Well, the logic here actually changes with the characters. Here's logic here. Within the mobile app, the second floor was a rocky mountain, but the cow monsters were actually kind of... Well, oh yeah, the Minecraft RP did actually give that sense of death game.
俺たちもリーファッチと同じく一か
Which means I basically gave you a good experience on how to expect these games.
それだけじゃないみたいだよ。あれって、
Swamp.
森と沼地が広がるフィ
Swampy
ールド
forest. Definitely a change of pace.
足を踏み入れたら、それは
Whoa.
他にもぐちょぐちょした生き物が生息していて、
Yeah.
ゲームに出てくる沼には
Had all the different things
確かに
that
な俺は沼といえば
as
そ
expected
こら辺
within
をイ
this
メージするよ
it actually makes sense. Yeah. Ooh. I was afraid I'll step in one and there will be no bottom.
底なし沼それもかなり嫌だよね。
Well, let's just say some characters be a bit of a scaredy
モニ
cat.
ターに映し出すゲームならともかく
Also, I do have a bit of good news, but I actually got my capture card in, which means I can start making normal uploads. But I just gotta figure out how to use them. I'm pretty sure my brother can teach me because he was the first to use it. But I guess for some of you who don't know or don't understand what they're saying, they're speaking Japanese, which is the basic language that had all these characters speaking, which means you're hearing their original voices, maybe except for mine. But you're hearing their original voices, and therefore their original voice actors.
我慢して進むしかないよ。で、
Oh dear.
ユキ、
上ばっか見てたら沼に踏み込んじゃった。
Now here's the thing. I always watch animes in the dub, but the only anime I've watched in Japanese was probably Persona 5.
このままじゃ沼に飲み込まれ、何かロープ。
A rope?
そうだ、前にクエストで手に入れたふんどしならある。
それは絶対嫌だ。
大丈夫だ、使った。
それでも躊躇しちゃうよ。
そんなこと言っている間に
You do realize that I was thinking while complaining, right?
運動した底なしぬのか。リーファ、ここは。
There isn't a choice, Leafa.
どうしたユキ。
この沼、普通に。
Eh?
底なしぬ。
It's not a bottomless swamp. Thank heavens.
よかった。
But I always watch animes in the dub because I usually want to hear what the English voice actors have to say.
俺も
I
そう
can
思ってしま
hear
う
the sub by playing the video games.
でも二人が無事で
But
本当に
I'll be honest, I prefer the dubs more because it allows me to actually understand what they're saying so I don't have to read.
沼から抜け出せていないんですけど。勝手に話を。
But it was Leafa and Yuki's fault for getting stuck in a swamp. I'm just saying. This could have been avoided if they just watched where they were going. Well, the reason why, hey, I don't do the sub, other than the fact that I want to learn Japanese a different way. Hey, I can probably use different ways to actually figure things out. But I'll just say this. This exact area was when I got lost, because I did not know where to go. Oh, but the way I had to go was the way these characters were facing. I had to actually go this way to get to the area I needed to. Plus, if I want to go to Japan, I'll probably just use a translator and probably try to pick up the language from other people who speak it and also speak English. A monster you can't defeat. Well, first things first, they actually want you to go and fight the enemy first. Monster can't be defeated unless we stop that ceremony. Fight it anyways. The more I hear it can't be done, the more I want to try it for myself. Alright, I'm going for it. So, while my controller is glitching out here, I can actually check out the messages here. New field area looks cool. Let's try to have fun while we try to make more progress on Premier's quest. Leafa, watch your step. We just started a new field area and my equipment's gone and all muddy already. Watch where you step, folks. And climb. A sweet new stage to clear. So the new field was forest and swamp, eh? Sounds exciting. Also, I managed to sell a lot of loincloths. Ah! So they actually want you to fight the Dark Immortal first. So that way it's actually proven that you can't defeat it. I suppose the ceremony, it really does need to be stopped first. And now we can actually go and stop the ceremony. Want to know why you have to fight the enemy first? It's because it also gives lore that some enemies do have immortality traits. Now, the area where we have to go is visualized on the map here. We have to get here. So we have to go up here and follow the pathway to actually get there. Also, a little side note about Japanese. Is they always go last name in first and then first name. It's sort of the tradition and that they have. Also, I've been going on for an hour, so probably after this mission specifically, I'll probably end the stream and actually figure out a few things. Namely, how am I going to do my stream? Well, I'll figure it out, but I also might try to decide to end it early when I get to the next area, or namely the next zone.
Have you heard of OBS?
Also, I like how the right stick is just glitching out and just moving upwards automatically. It's never done that before in this game, so this is probably the glitched controller. Yeah, I might just end... Yeah, I mean, this controller has been dropped a few times, so that's probably how the controller drift came into existence. I mean, I pressed it down to try and resolve it, but I don't think that's gonna help. Actually, the problem is, we don't know where to ship it out to, or if it'll actually be safe. Because, well, we just don't trust the process. Hello, Premier. So, we just do what we can, and we just power through the problems. It's namely with controller drift. But that'll probably be it for the stream. And yeah, it might be considered short on stream standards, but it's what I want to do. Also, here's what the Epoch armor looks like, and it kind of looks a bit cool. But I decided what I wanted, and ain't nobody gonna be changing that. Yeah, a stream is a stream, and you can't unstream it. I just joked. Play on words. So yeah, that's it for... But yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream, folks. This is Sword Online Hollow Realization, and I've been ACMS Gaming. And I'll see you all in the next episode, or namely, I'll see you all in Gun Gale Online. And this time for real. So, I'll see you all then. And time to log out.